Hi everybody. My name is Jakia, and I'm a resident of THCH, Hamlets Community Housing. I'm here today to speak about our ongoing battle with our landlord, Hamlets Community Housing, for the past 2.5 years, coming to 3 years nearly. We've been on strike. Myself and some of the residents in my building, we've been withholding our service charges simply because the service charges are going up every year, some by 100%, some by 50%, and there's no services. The service there's no service, but the service charge is increasing every year. And we have a separate element of the heating, which is communal heating. So it's controlled by THCH. We have no control over this heating. So the heating is a big portion of our service. Well, it doesn't fall under service charge, but it's a big portion that we pay to them every week. So it came to a point that THCH was increasing the charges and we could no longer afford to pay. We've had no transparency from them, no invoices to explain those charges. So myself and some of the residents took it in our own hands. We decided, after having a meeting with everybody in the building, and doing petition as well, we decided we'll be withholding our service charges. And so this happened in May 2022, and it's still ongoing. For myself, especially, I'm still fighting and I'm still refusing to pay until I see the transparency of those charges. So what happened, we did a petition, myself and some other residents went around the building. We did a petition because we do not want the heating charges. So last year, the heating charges were £88 a week just for the heating cost. And that heating, it's spread out throughout the year. So in the summertime, say for 5 months, we don't even need the heating. Yet we are still liable to pay £88 a week, which comes to £4,568 or roughly around that sum a year just for heating. Then I had a meeting with the mayor of Hamlets and the executive director of THCH. I had a meeting with them and I simply said, look, I'm not going to pay those charges. And there are residents in my building who are struggling to pay because they're either on benefits, low income, they're pensioners. Whether you're on benefit, you're working, it doesn't matter. You still have to pay because it's not covered by universal credit. So I refuse to pay because there is a clause in my tenancy which clearly states unless for rent and service charges, any other charges have to be agreed by myself and THCH. And the heating is not a service charge. So I refused to pay. And I also quoted this clause when I went to the meeting with the mayor. And we came up with an action plan where they will look into affordable heating for us and something that we can have, we can maintain ourselves. So having our own supplier. So luckily, after having that meeting, a year went past. They did implement that action plan. So from this year, April, we're not paying anything for the heating. So they removed the heating completely. So after 2 years of inquiry, going back and forth with THCH to find out why I'm paying heating charges when I'm already paying, why I'm paying to my energy supplier when I'm already paying THCH directly. They didn't get back to me. It was back and forth. Oh, we'll come and investigate and this and that. Then finally, last year, February, I got an independent electrician to come and investigate and verify why I'm paying 2 lots of charges for the same service. And then upon his investigation, he found that from the start of my tenancy, THCH has not been providing me with hot water. So the hot water and the heating should be provided by THCH because that's what we're paying for. But I have not been provided with that service from THCH. So they've only been providing me the heating, not the hot water. And this is why I have been paying that extra money to my energy supplier. So upon his investigation, he provided a report which I sent to THCH, and they did refund me that money. And then straight away, as soon as I got the electrician, 6 or 7 other people in my building, they got the same electrician, and some of them found that neither the hot water or the heating has been provided by THCH. So for all those years they've been living in the property, they didn't even know they're paying 2 lots of charges. I mean, it's quite extortionate. It's not any. It's extortionate what they're charging us, the service charges and the heating. So we all decided we're gonna withhold the money, and so we did. We had a template that we followed. We had the same template informing THCH formally that we will be withholding our service charges, and we gave the reasons why we will be doing that. So everyone who participated in this sent the same email to them. Yeah, so initially when we had those meetings, it would be once a month, having those meetings with our residents. And then we invited our councillors as well twice to come and attend our meeting. And then we asked them questions because they were on the board. Those councillors were on the board who make decisions regarding THCH future plans. So we asked them questions, how is it that this is possible when you are the board member? And, people were asking various questions, and they were able to answer some. They weren't able to answer others because they said they don't attend the board meetings all the time. So we went to the social housing regulator to meet them and express our concerns about our landlord and about the future of our homes, because we don't know in a couple of years' time who's going to take over, what's going to happen, because right now we have no idea what's happening and the housing association is collapsing financially. So we went there, we spoke to them, they did emphasize with us, but since then we've not heard anything from them. Then I even attend a council meeting where residents were invited to speak about their experiences of THCH, and these were specifically for my landlord housing association. So I spoke to them, expressed everything, my concerns, worries, and everything. And then the following day, I received a call from THCH, which I didn't answer because I don't answer their calls. I like all my communications to be via email. So after not answering 2-3 calls, they left a voice message saying they apologize for the delay that in responding to my emails, because I've been asking for invoices, I've been asking for transparency, and every time they send me failed files where there's corrupted, it's either corrupted or there's no files attached. So they apologize for that because there's been a delay in communicating with me, and they offered me £50 as a result of compensation. We didn't want the concierge, even myself, because I thought I don't want to pay. I rather have this money. I don't want to pay for a concierge. But because there are elderly people, vulnerable people in the building, and it is a big building, we compromised. We thought, okay, then let's go for 12 hours. So that 12 hours have been approved, and it's been over a year now that we're having concierge for 12 hours. So from 18 hours to 12 hours now, they've cut down 6 hours. So that's been another achievement. And it's all because of coming collectively, doing petition, emailing them, approaching all these politicians. It has had an impact.